Southeast Asia, a region of vibrant cultures and rich history, has long been a crossroads of civilizations. Before the arrival of Islam, the region was a tapestry of beliefs and traditions. Hinduism and Buddhism held sway, leaving their mark on art, architecture, and governance. Ancient temples stand as testaments to this era, their intricate carvings whispering tales of a time gone by. The bustling marketplaces, alive with the sights and sounds of commerce, reflected the diversity of the region. From the royal courts to the villages nestled amidst rice paddies, life unfolded against a backdrop of shared customs and rituals. This pre-Islamic Southeast Asia was a world of diversity and exchange. It was a society open to new ideas and beliefs, a fertile ground where seeds of change could take root. This openness played a crucial role in the peaceful arrival and acceptance of Islam. The stage was set for a new chapter in Southeast Asia's story, a chapter that would see the arrival of a new faith. The narrative of Islam spreading by the sword, a narrative often perpetuated in popular discourse, finds little resonance in the historical reality of Southeast Asia. The spread of Islam in this region stands as a powerful testament to the peaceful nature of this faith. It was a process rooted in mutual respect, cultural exchange, and the enduring appeal of Islamic values. The story of Islam in Southeast Asia is not one of forced conversions or violent conquests. It is a story of traders and scholars, of ideas and values, of shared experiences and mutual understanding. It is a story that challenges our preconceived notions and invites us to look beyond the stereotypes. To understand the peaceful spread of Islam in Southeast Asia, we must delve into the heart of this historical narrative. We must explore the cultural and religious landscape of the region before the arrival of Islam. We must trace the journeys of traders and scholars who carried the message of Islam to distant shores. And most importantly, we must listen to the voices of the people of Southeast Asia, the voices that tell the true story of Islam's peaceful journey in this corner of the world. Long before the echoes of the Islamic call to prayer reverberated through the islands and peninsulas of Southeast Asia, a rich tapestry of beliefs and traditions colored the lives of its people. Hinduism, with its ancient roots, had found a welcoming home in the region. Grand temples, adorned with intricate carvings and towering spires, rose amidst the lush landscapes, serving as centers of worship and cultural expression. The teachings of Buddha, emphasizing compassion, self-reflection, and the pursuit of enlightenment, had also woven their way into the hearts and minds of many. Buddhist monasteries, havens of peace and tranquility, dotted the land, offering sanctuary to monks and lay practitioners alike. The air hummed with the rhythmic chanting of scriptures, a testament to the deep spirituality that permeated the lives of the people. These diverse faiths coexisted harmoniously, shaping a society that valued tolerance and respected the freedom of belief. The rulers of ancient Southeast Asia, often embracing a spirit of inclusivity, extended their patronage to various religious institutions, recognizing the importance of spiritual well-being for their subjects. This atmosphere of religious tolerance created a fertile ground for the arrival of new ideas and beliefs, paving the way for the peaceful acceptance of Islam in the centuries to come. The cultural landscape of pre-Islamic Southeast Asia was as diverse as its religious beliefs. From the majestic courts of powerful empires to the humble villages nestled amidst rice paddies, a shared sense of identity emerged from a vibrant tapestry of customs, traditions, and artistic expressions. This, infused with local folklore and legends, provided and served as a means of passing down cultural heritage through generations. As the winds of change swept across the globe, carrying with them the echoes of new ideas and beliefs, Southeast Asia found itself at a crossroads of cultural exchange. The region, strategically located along the bustling maritime trade routes connecting East and West, had long been a melting pot of cultures. Traders, adventurers, and scholars from distant lands sailed across the seas, bringing with them not only exotic goods, but also new perspectives and ways of life. Among these intrepid travelers were Muslim merchants, particularly Yemenis from Yemen, hailing from the Arabian Peninsula. Driven by the spirit of adventure and the pursuit of trade, These early ambassadors of Islam navigated the treacherous seas, their ships laden with spices, textiles, and precious stones. They arrived on the shores of Southeast Asia, their arrival heralding a new chapter in the region's history. The arrival of the Muslim Yemeni traders in Southeast Asia was not a sudden conquest, but rather a gradual and peaceful influx. These Yemeni traders, known for their honesty, fairness, and adherence to Islamic principles of trade, quickly established themselves as trustworthy partners in commerce. They integrated themselves into the existing trading networks, forging alliances with local rulers and merchants. The marketplaces of Southeast Asia, vibrant hubs of cultural exchange, became melting pots of languages, customs, and beliefs. Muslim traders, with their distinctive attire, languages, and religious practices, became a familiar sight in these bustling centers of commerce. They interacted with local communities, sharing their customs, traditions, and faith through peaceful means. Embracing diversity. The peaceful nature of Islam's introduction to Southeast Asia was intrinsically linked to the region's existing social fabric. Societies here were already accustomed to a plurality of faiths and cultural practices. This inherent tolerance provided fertile ground for Islam to take root not through imposition, but through gradual acceptance. Local communities, observing the ethical conduct of Muslim traders, their honesty in dealings, their respect for local customs, and their commitment to their faith, found themselves drawn to understanding this new belief system. The Islamic emphasis on justice, compassion, and community resonated with the values held dear by many Southeast Asians. Conversions to Islam were often driven by genuine attraction to the faith's teachings and the exemplary behavior of its adherents. The process was organic, with individuals and communities embracing Islam through their own volition, inspired by the personal interactions and lived experiences of their Muslim counterparts. This organic adoption of Islam fostered a sense of ownership and belonging among local converts. Islam was not perceived as an alien imposition, but rather as a faith that aligned with their own values and aspirations. This sense of ownership played a pivotal role in the peaceful and lasting integration of Islam into the social fabric of Southeast Asia. The Maritime Silk Road. The Indian Ocean, vast and teeming with life, served as a liquid bridge connecting the diverse cultures of the East and West. It was upon this watery highway, known as the Maritime Silk Road, that the story of Islam's peaceful arrival in Southeast Asia unfolded. This maritime route, plied by intrepid sailors for centuries, became a conduit for the exchange of not just goods, but also ideas, beliefs, and cultural practices. From the bustling ports of the Arabian Peninsula, ships laden with spices, textiles, and precious stones embarked on arduous journeys eastward, their sails billowing in the monsoon winds. Among these seasoned sailors were Muslim Yemeni traders from the historical Hadramaut region of Yemen, driven by a spirit of adventure and a desire to forge new trade links with the fabled lands of the Orient. These voyages were not for the faint of heart. Navigating by the stars and relying on their knowledge of the winds and currents, these seafarers braved treacherous storms, navigated pirate-infested waters, and endured months of separation from their loved ones. Each successful voyage was a testament to their courage, resilience, and seafaring skills. For the Muslim traders, these journeys were not merely about material gain. They carried with them their faith, their values, and their culture, sharing them not through conquest or coercion, but through the peaceful channels of trade and interpersonal relationships. As they sailed from port to port, these merchants acted as cultural ambassadors, introducing the people of Southeast Asia to the tenets of Islam. Ports of call and cultural convergence. The bustling port cities of Southeast Asia, strategically located along the Maritime Silk Road, became vibrant melting pots of cultures and faiths. As ships from distant lands dropped anchor, their arrival brought a kaleidoscope of languages, customs, and beliefs to these bustling centers of commerce. Traders from Arabia, Persia, India, and China converged upon these shores, each contributing to the rich tapestry of life in these cosmopolitan hubs. Amidst the cacophony of languages, the pungent aromas of exotic spices, and the dazzling array of goods on display, Muslim traders established themselves as respected members of these multicultural communities. They set up shop, alongside merchants of other faiths, their interactions characterized by mutual respect and a shared understanding of the principles of fair trade. The mosques that began to dot the skylines of these port cities served not only as places of worship for the Muslim traders, but also as centers of social and cultural exchange. Here, amidst the serene atmosphere of prayer and reflection, bonds of friendship and understanding were forged between people of different faiths and backgrounds. Local communities, intrigued by the piety and ethical conduct of their Muslim neighbors, often found themselves drawn to these mosques, seeking to learn more about this new faith. The mosques, with their open doors and welcoming atmosphere, became bridges of understanding, fostering a spirit of tolerance and respect among the diverse communities that called these port cities home. Beyond commerce, the exchange of ideas. The interactions between Muslim traders and the people of Southeast Asia extended far beyond the realm of commerce. As they shared meals, exchanged stories, and navigated the complexities of cross-cultural communication, these encounters became opportunities for the exchange of ideas, values, and beliefs. The Islamic emphasis on monotheism, ethical conduct, and social justice resonated with many in Southeast Asia, who found parallels between these principles and their own indigenous belief systems. The concept of a just and merciful God, one who valued righteousness and compassion, struck a chord with those accustomed to a more hierarchical and often capricious pantheon of deities. The Islamic emphasis on the equality of all believers, regardless of social status or ethnicity, also held a powerful appeal in societies often stratified by caste or lineage. The message of Islam, with its emphasis on personal accountability, social responsibility, and the pursuit of knowledge, offered a compelling alternative to existing social norms. Muslim traders, well-versed in the teachings of Islam and often possessing a strong command of Arabic, the language of the Quran, played a crucial role in disseminating knowledge about their faith. Through informal conversations, storytelling, and the distribution of religious texts, they introduced the people of Southeast Asia to the core tenets of Islam. Seeds of faith sown through trade. The spread of Islam in Southeast Asia was not a conquest by the sword, but a gradual and organic process, nurtured by the seeds of faith sown through trade, cultural exchange, and personal interactions. Muslim traders, through their ethical conduct, their commitment to their faith, and their genuine respect for local cultures, earned the trust and admiration of the communities they encountered. The stories of these early interactions, passed down through generations, stand as testaments to the power of peaceful engagement and the enduring human capacity for understanding and acceptance. They remind us that the spread of ideas and beliefs, even across vast oceans and cultural divides, can occur not through force or coercion, but through the enduring power of human connection. The arrival of Islam in Southeast Asia was not the imposition of a foreign faith, but rather the beginning of a dialogue, an exchange of ideas and values that would enrich both the newcomers and the host communities. This process of cultural fusion, spanning centuries, would eventually lead to the emergence of a distinctly Southeast Asian Islam, one that seamlessly blended the universal principles of the faith with the rich tapestry of local traditions and customs. The story of Islam's peaceful journey to Southeast Asia serves as a powerful reminder that cultural exchange and religious understanding can flourish not through conquest or coercion, but through the enduring human spirit of curiosity, empathy, and a shared desire to bridge divides. Exemplary conduct in the marketplace. The bustling marketplaces of Southeast Asia, with their vibrant displays of silks, spices, and precious stones, served as crucial arenas for the peaceful spread of Islam. It was here, amidst the clamor of bartering and the exchange of goods, that Muslim traders, through their exemplary conduct and ethical business practices, made a lasting impression on the local populace. These traders were known for their honesty, fairness, and transparency in their dealings. They adhered strictly to Islamic principles of trade, which forbade cheating, hoarding, and exploiting the vulnerable. Their word was their bond, and their reputation for integrity preceded them. This commitment to ethical conduct stood in stark contrast to the practices of some other traders, who often resorted to deception or manipulation for personal gain. The people of Southeast Asia, accustomed to a certain level of shrewdness in the marketplace, took note of the Muslim traders' unwavering commitment to fairness. Word of their honesty and integrity spread quickly, attracting customers from far and wide. Their stalls became known not only for the quality of their goods, but also for the trustworthiness of their proprietors. This reputation for ethical conduct played a crucial role in garnering respect and admiration for the Muslim community, and, by extension, the faith they represented. Beyond the bustling marketplaces, Muslim traders actively sought to integrate themselves into the social fabric of Southeast Asian society. They recognized that building trust and understanding required more than just fair business dealings. It demanded genuine engagement with the local communities. They learned the local languages, adopted local customs, and participated in community events. They respected the traditions and beliefs of their neighbors, recognizing the value of cultural diversity. They did not seek to impose their ways, but rather to live in harmony with those around them. This willingness to embrace the local culture extended to their personal lives as well. Many Muslim traders married local women, further strengthening the bonds between the Muslim community and the indigenous population. These intermarriages led to the blending of cultures and traditions, creating a more inclusive and harmonious society. The children of these unions often grew up fluent in both Arabic and the local languages, serving as bridges between the two communities. They played a vital role in promoting understanding and tolerance, ensuring the peaceful coexistence of different faiths and cultures. This spirit of integration and mutual respect laid the foundation for the long-term acceptance of Islam in Southeast Asia. The mosques established by Muslim traders in Southeast Asia became more than just places of worship. They evolved into vibrant centers of learning, cultural exchange, and community engagement. Open to all, these mosques served as platforms for fostering dialogue and building bridges of understanding between Muslims and people of other faiths. Within the tranquil confines of these mosques, scholars shared their knowledge of Islamic teachings, emphasizing the faith's emphasis on peace, justice, and compassion. They engaged in respectful discussions with local religious leaders and scholars, exchanging ideas and finding common ground between different belief systems. These dialogues helped to dispel misconceptions about Islam, highlighting its shared values with other faiths, such as the importance of honesty, charity, and respect for elders. The mosques also served as venues for interfaith gatherings, where people from different backgrounds could come together to share meals, celebrate festivals, and build relationships based on mutual understanding. This spirit of openness and inclusivity created an environment where people felt comfortable asking questions about Islam, dispelling fears, and fostering genuine connections. Through such interactions, Islam was presented not as a threat to local cultures, but as a path to spiritual enlightenment and moral uprightness compatible with existing values. The peaceful spread of Islam in Southeast Asia can be attributed in large part to the resonance of its values with those already held by many in the region. Islam's emphasis on social justice, ethical conduct, and community well-being aligned with the aspirations of societies that valued fairness, compassion, and harmonious living. The concept of zakat, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which mandates Muslims to donate a portion of their wealth to charity, resonated deeply with the Southeast Asian spirit of communal support and generosity. This practice manifested in the establishment of charitable institutions and the provision of aid to the less fortunate, further enhancing the image of the Muslim community as caring and compassionate. Moreover, Islam's teachings on the importance of education, hard work, and self-reliance struck a chord with communities striving for progress and prosperity. The establishment of Islamic schools and learning centers, open to people of all backgrounds, contributed to the intellectual and social advancement of society as a whole. This emphasis on knowledge and self-improvement resonated with the Southeast Asian belief in the transformative power of education. By aligning its values with the existing social and moral fabric of Southeast Asia, Islam was able to seamlessly integrate into the region's cultural landscape, fostering a climate of mutual respect and peaceful coexistence. The ethical conduct of Muslim traders, deeply rooted in the teachings of Islam, acted as a powerful magnet, drawing many Southeast Asians toward this new faith. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, places a strong emphasis on honesty, integrity, and fairness in all aspects of life, including trade and commerce. Muslim traders, striving to live by these principles, became known for their trustworthiness and their commitment to ethical business practices. They refused to engage in deceit or exploitation, even when it meant sacrificing potential profits. This unwavering commitment to ethical conduct made a profound impression on the people of Southeast Asia. Local communities, accustomed to a certain level of shrewdness in bargaining in the marketplace, were struck by the integrity and transparency of the Muslim Yemeni traders. These traders were not driven solely by profit, they were guided by a moral compass that placed a high value on honesty and fairness. This ethical foundation, so evident in their dealings, sparked curiosity and admiration. It led many to question their own beliefs and to seek a deeper understanding of the faith that inspired such admirable conduct. The seeds of Islam, sown through the example of righteous living, began to take root in the fertile ground of Southeast Asia. The conversion of local rulers to Islam played a significant role in the spread of the faith throughout Southeast Asia. These rulers, recognizing the growing influence of Muslim traders and scholars, were often drawn to the Islamic principles of justice, equality, and social harmony. The conversion of a ruler often had a ripple effect throughout the kingdom. As the royal court embraced Islam, it set an example for the nobility and the general populace. Mosques were built, Islamic scholars were invited to court, and Islamic law and principles began to influence governance and administration. However, it is crucial to note that the conversion of rulers did not lead to forced conversions of their subjects. Islam, with its emphasis on free will and individual choice, does not condone coercion in matters of faith. Instead, rulers often adopted policies that encouraged the peaceful spread of Islam through education, trade, and cultural exchange. They recognized that true conversion stemmed from genuine understanding and acceptance, not from force or compulsion. As Islam spread throughout Southeast Asia, mosques emerged as vital centers of religious and social life. These architectural marvels, often adorned with intricate carvings and soaring minarets, served not only as places of worship, but also as hubs for education, community gatherings, and cultural exchange. Within the tranquil confines of these mosques, Muslims gathered 5 times a day for prayer, strengthening their connection to God and to their fellow believers. The rhythmic recitation of the Quran, the Islamic holy book, filled the air, offering solace and inspiration. Beyond their religious function, mosques played a vital role in fostering a sense of community. They served as gathering places for weddings, funerals, and other social events, strengthening bonds among Muslims and providing a support system for the needy. Moreover, mosques often housed schools and libraries, becoming centers of learning and scholarship. Islamic scholars, drawn from various parts of the Muslim world, shared their knowledge of theology, law, philosophy, and science, contributing to the intellectual growth of Southeast Asian society. A gradual and inclusive transformation. The spread of Islam in Southeast Asia was not a sudden or disruptive event, but rather a gradual and inclusive transformation that unfolded over centuries. Islam did not seek to erase existing cultures or traditions, but rather to weave itself into the rich tapestry of Southeast Asian society. This process of acculturation resulted in a unique blend of Islamic beliefs and practices with indigenous customs and traditions. This fusion is evident in the architecture of mosques, which often incorporate local design elements, and in the celebration of Islamic holidays, which often coincide with traditional festivals. This harmonious blend of Islam with local cultures contributed to its widespread acceptance. Islam was not perceived as an alien force, but rather as a faith that could coexist and even enrich existing beliefs and practices. The story of Islam in Southeast Asia stands as a testament to the power of cultural exchange, mutual respect, and the enduring human capacity for embracing diversity. The arrival of Islamic scholarship. The peaceful spread of Islam in Southeast Asia was accompanied by a flourishing of Islamic scholarship. Muslim scholars, often traveling alongside traders, brought with them a wealth of knowledge from the Islamic world. These scholars, well versed in various fields of study, played a crucial role in enriching the intellectual landscape of Southeast Asia. They carried with them not only religious texts but also treatises on astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and literature. Their arrival marked the beginning of a vibrant exchange of ideas as they engaged with local scholars and shared their knowledge with eager students. The arrival of Islamic scholarship was not a one-way street. Southeast Asian scholars, eager to learn from these learned individuals, embraced the opportunity to expand their horizons. They studied Arabic, the language of the Quran, and much of Islamic scholarship, and delved into the intricacies of Islamic law, philosophy, and science. This thirst for knowledge led to the establishment of formal institutions of learning. Mosques, already serving as centers of worship and community, expanded their role to become centers of education. Madrasas, Islamic schools, sprang up across the region, offering a structured curriculum of Islamic studies and other disciplines. Centers of learning and enlightenment. The madrasas and mosques of Southeast Asia became vibrant hubs of intellectual activity. Students from diverse backgrounds and social strata flocked to these centers of learning, eager to quench their thirst for knowledge. Within the tranquil courtyards and spacious halls of these institutions, a spirit of inquiry and debate flourished. Scholars, renowned for their wisdom and erudition, delivered lectures on a wide range of subjects, from Islamic jurisprudence and theology to mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Students, seated on mats, listened attentively, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames of oil lamps. These centers of learning were not limited to religious studies. The Islamic emphasis on the pursuit of knowledge as a form of worship and a means of understanding the world around them encouraged the study of secular subjects as well. Madrasas often included in their curriculum subjects like mathematics, astronomy, and medicine, recognizing their practical applications and their contribution to human well-being. This holistic approach to education reflected the Islamic belief that knowledge, in all its forms, is a gift from Allah. Glory be to Him, to be cherished and pursued diligently. The transmission of knowledge. The transmission of knowledge in these Islamic institutions followed a rigorous and time-honored tradition. Scholars, revered for their mastery of their respective fields, passed down their wisdom through a combination of lectures, debates, and the meticulous copying of manuscripts. Students, eager to absorb every word, took copious notes on wooden tablets or carefully crafted scrolls made from plant fibers. The process of learning was not passive. It demanded active engagement and critical thinking. Debates and discussions were an integral part of the learning process. Students were encouraged to question, analyze, and formulate their own interpretations of the texts they studied. This fostered a culture of critical thinking and intellectual rigor, pushing the boundaries of knowledge and challenging established norms. The libraries housed within these institutions played a crucial role in preserving and disseminating knowledge. These libraries, often containing thousands of manuscripts on a variety of subjects, were meticulously cataloged and maintained, ensuring that the accumulated wisdom of generations past would be accessible to future generations. A legacy of intellectual growth. The flourishing of Islamic scholarship in Southeast Asia left an indelible mark on the region's intellectual and cultural landscape. It fostered a spirit of inquiry, critical thinking, and a thirst for knowledge that transcended religious boundaries. The contributions of Southeast Asian scholars, inspired by Islamic teachings and traditions, extended to various fields. They made significant advancements in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and literature, enriching the intellectual heritage of both the Islamic world and Southeast Asia. Moreover, the emphasis on education, deeply rooted in Islamic teachings, had a profound impact on Southeast Asian societies. It led to the emergence of a literate and informed populace, capable of engaging in critical discourse and contributing to the advancement of their communities. The legacy of this intellectual flourishing is evident in the numerous institutions of higher learning that thrive in Southeast Asia today. These universities and colleges, built upon the foundations laid by those early centers of Islamic scholarship, continue to produce generations of thinkers, innovators, and leaders who shape the destiny of their nations. The peaceful embrace of Islam in Southeast Asia did not lead to the eradication of existing cultural practices. Instead, a beautiful tapestry of traditions emerged, where Islamic principles intertwined with indigenous customs, creating a distinct and vibrant cultural blend. This fusion is evident in various aspects of life, from the architecture of mosques to the celebration of religious festivities. Mosques, the architectural embodiments of Islamic faith, stand as testaments to this harmonious blend. While adhering to fundamental Islamic architectural principles, Southeast Asian mosques often incorporate design elements borrowed from local aesthetics. Intricate wood carvings, reminiscent of traditional houses of worship, adorn their doorways. Soaring roofs, inspired by vernacular architecture, replace the traditional domes found in other parts of the Islamic world. The celebration of Islamic holidays in Southeast Asia is another testament to this cultural fusion. Eid celebration, marking the end of Ramadan, sees families visiting loved ones, a tradition deep-rooted in the Islamic beliefs. The Islamic holy month of Ramadan is commemorated with shadow puppet performances, narrating stories from Islamic history, a tradition blending religious observance with local art forms. This fusion of traditions extends beyond the purely religious sphere. Islamic principles of modesty and humility found expression in the adoption of traditional attire, like the hijab, which was gracefully incorporated into local styles and fabrics. Dietary practices like halal seamlessly blended with existing culinary traditions, enriching the gastronomic landscape with a unique fusion of flavors. The harmonious blending of Islam with local cultures in Southeast Asia stands as a testament to the faith's adaptability and its capacity to coexist peacefully with diverse traditions. This legacy of cultural harmony continues to shape the region today, contributing to its unique social fabric and its reputation for tolerance and mutual respect. Interfaith dialogues and initiatives flourish, fostering understanding and cooperation between different religious communities. Islamic institutions often collaborate with those of other faiths on social welfare projects, promoting a shared sense of responsibility for the well-being of all citizens. The spirit of gotong royong, a Malay term emphasizing community cooperation and mutual assistance, often cited as a reflection of Islamic values, permeates social interactions. This spirit manifests in various forms, from neighbors helping each other during times of need to communities coming together to celebrate religious festivals, regardless of faith. This enduring legacy of cultural harmony is not without its challenges. As in any diverse society, differences in perspectives and interpretations can arise. However, the deep-rooted tradition of tolerance and the willingness to engage in respectful dialogue serve as a bulwark against polarization. Contemporary relevance and future trajectories. The story of Islam's peaceful arrival and integration into Southeast Asia holds profound relevance in today's world, where narratives of religious conflict and cultural clashes often dominate the headlines. It serves as a powerful reminder that different faiths and cultures can coexist harmoniously, enriching each other through dialogue, mutual respect, and shared values. The Southeast Asian experience offers valuable lessons for promoting interfaith understanding and cooperation in other parts of the world. It highlights the importance of emphasizing shared values, such as compassion, justice, and peace, which transcend religious boundaries. Moreover, it underscores the need to challenge stereotypes and misconceptions that often fuel prejudice and discrimination. By promoting accurate and nuanced understandings of different faiths, we can create a more inclusive and respectful global community. The future trajectory of Islam in the world will continue to evolve in response to changing social, political, and economic landscapes. However, the enduring legacy of peaceful coexistence, cultural fusion, and intellectual curiosity provides a strong foundation for navigating these complexities and ensuring that Islam continues to play a positive and constructive role in shaping the destiny of the region and the world. A legacy of peace. The story of Islam in Southeast Asia stands as a powerful testament to the peaceful nature of its spread. It was a journey characterized by mutual respect, cultural exchange, and the enduring appeal of Islamic values. It was not the sword that brought Islam to this corner of the world, but the soft whisper of shared values and the allure of a faith that emphasized justice, compassion, and community. From the bustling marketplaces of Malacca to the royal courts of Java, Islam wove itself into the fabric of Southeast Asian society through peaceful means. The ethical conduct of Muslim traders, their respect for local customs, and their commitment to their faith resonated deeply with the people they encountered. This peaceful integration is reflected in the region's rich artistic heritage, where Islamic motifs blend seamlessly with indigenous designs. It's evident in the vibrant culinary landscape, where halal practices have enriched local cuisines. And it's woven into the very fabric of everyday life, where Islamic values of compassion, generosity, and community spirit continue to inspire. The story of Islam in Southeast Asia challenges the simplistic narratives that often dominate discussions about the spread of religions. It reminds us that faith can be a powerful force for good, inspiring not conquest and conflict, but understanding, cooperation, and the peaceful pursuit of a more just and equitable world. Islam's enduring impact. The legacy of Islam in Southeast Asia is multifaceted and profound. It has left an indelible mark on the region's cultural, social, and intellectual landscape, shaping its identity and contributing to its unique character. Today, Southeast Asia is home to the world's largest Muslim population, a testament to the faith's enduring appeal and its ability to adapt and thrive in diverse settings. Islam's emphasis on education has fostered a tradition of scholarship and intellectual inquiry, evident in the numerous Islamic universities and research institutions that flourish in the region. Its teachings on social justice have inspired countless initiatives aimed at uplifting the poor and marginalized. The Islamic principles of consultation and consensus building have influenced political systems, promoting dialogue and participatory governance. And the spirit of Islamic charity and philanthropy is evident in the countless charitable organizations and community initiatives that work tirelessly to alleviate suffering and promote the well-being of all. The story of Islam in Southeast Asia is not just a tale of the past. It's a vibrant and evolving narrative that continues to shape the present and future of the region. As Southeast Asian nations grapple with the challenges of globalization, economic development, and social change, Islam's teachings on ethical conduct, social responsibility, and spiritual grounding provide a compass for navigating these complexities. Towards a more nuanced understanding. The peaceful and prosperous coexistence of Islam within the multicultural tapestry of Southeast Asia offers a vital counter-narrative to the often distorted perceptions of the faith prevalent in some parts of the world. It underscores the importance of engaging with the complexities of history and challenging simplistic narratives that reduce entire civilizations to monolithic entities. Understanding the nuanced history of Islam in Southeast Asia can help dismantle harmful stereotypes and foster greater appreciation for the richness and diversity of Muslim cultures. It highlights the capacity of different faiths and cultures to coexist peacefully, enriching each other through dialogue, mutual respect, and shared values. This understanding is particularly crucial in today's interconnected world, where misinformation and prejudice can easily spread. By promoting dialogue, education, and cultural exchange, we can create a more informed and compassionate global community, one where differences are not seen as threats, but as opportunities for growth and understanding. The story of Islam in Southeast Asia is an invitation to look beyond stereotypes and embrace the complexities of history. It is a reminder that our shared humanity transcends our differences and that the path to a more just and peaceful world lies in recognizing our interconnectedness and working together to build bridges of understanding and cooperation.